Almost from the day of Prince Charles's christening.
Every 30 years or so, the christening of a future monarch. Prince Charles was baptised at Buckingham Palace. His son, Prince William, in 1982, noisily followed suit. The service itself always a private affair, coupled afterwards, however, with a brief glimpse of the newly christened royal baby and proud parents. For Prince George of Cambridge, photographs only will be allowed to capture the historic occasion.
As long as Diana's little finger was in William's mouth, there was no crying.
Kent Gavin was the man behind the lens the day only Princess Diana's little finger could keep baby William quiet. He also realised there was no planned photograph of the Queen Mother holding William, so he mentioned it to the Queen.
She said, "Goodness me, absolutely right. Mother, mother, mother." Queen Mother comes out from behind the music room, puts her drink down, starts laughing. Diana gives William to the Queen Mother, and this award-winning picture was taken of the Queen Mother laughing her head off with William, and he's still crying his head off because the finger wasn't in the mouth.
William and Kate have instead chosen to christen Prince George in the Chapel Royal at St James's Palace. It is perhaps significant this is where Diana, Princess of Wales's coffin lay for her family to pay their respects before her funeral. And today, for the first time since the 1899 christening of Queen Victoria's great-grandson, Edward VIII, 4 generations of monarchs will be photographed together.
The Queen will be there because this is terribly important to her, to see not only her heir, but her heir's heir and her heir's heir.
George Alexander Louis will be dressed in a Honiton lace christening gown, but we'll have to wait until tomorrow before we see the historic photos.
A few months ago, millions of people around the world celebrated the birth of Prince George, an extraordinary reaction all over the world. Now we're celebrating the next hugely important moment, which is his christening.
And this is the Chapel Royal at St James's Palace, where the Archbishop of Canterbury will baptise Prince George on Wednesday in front of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's closest family and friends.
I will mark Prince George with the sign of the cross on his forehead. I will splash water on the head of Prince George 3 times, by which we understand that this person belongs to God.
The Chapel Royal has been the setting for historic royal occasions ever since the reign of Henry VIII, such as the marriage of Queen Victoria in 1840. It will be beneath the ornate Hans Holbein ceiling where the future Supreme Governor of the Church of England will be christened George Alexander Louis.
Being baptised meant you joined the family of the Church. Almost 2,000 million people round the world. What a family.
But it's a family that is dwindling in size. Barely half the number of baptisms take place today, compared to a time when Prince Charles was christened at Buckingham Palace. But it's not an altogether worrying trend, argue some.
My experience as a priest is that the people I meet coming forward to have their child christened, they tend to be more sincere, there tends to be a genuine interest in faith. And I always think being honest with your newborn child or in front of your newborn child is a good thing.
The Reverend Sally Hitchener has worked with Justin Welby and knows William and Kate will be in very safe hands.
He was actually quite normal. Makes a joke when things are funny. He's not afraid to sort of smile if something goes wrong. I would imagine his welcome will be very warm, very personal.
And no doubt uplifting at a time when parenthood may still seem a little daunting.
My message to them would be, what a treat. What an amazing gift. What wonderful times that you will have.
Paul Harrison, Sky News, St James's Palace.
Well, we are going to turn now overseas. There's a new baby. We've heard of him, Prince George.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, well, the fanfare around him isn't over quite yet. The world's most famous baby. Britain is busily preparing for the newest royal's christening. It's an important welcome into the Church of England, and we're learning more details this morning about the event being called an intimate affair. ABC's Lama Hassan is in London with the details. Everyone, of course, just wants to get a sneak peek at his face, Lama.
Oh, absolutely. Good morning to you, Bianna. Well, mark your diaries, synchronize your watches, because we finally have a date for that long-awaited christening of little George, and all the details carefully chosen by William and Kate, showing yet again how unique they are as a royal couple. The date, October 23rd. The place, the Chapel Royal at St. James's Palace. The event, the royal christening of Prince George Alexander Louis, third in line to the throne. William and Kate break from tradition, picking a venue that hasn't hosted a royal christening for 25 years. A place where Diana was last bid farewell by her family before her funeral.
I think what's really nice is that all the way through his relationship with Kate, he has included his mother in some way. He gave Kate his mother's engagement ring, and I think this is a way of him including Princess Diana in Prince George's life as well.
But don't expect to attend this royal ceremony. This is typically a private event for close friends and family. There is one way to feel included: your very own commemorative coin. The £5 coins will be available in solid gold, silver, and a more affordable option. And this is the first time new coins have ever been produced for a royal christening in Britain.
And I think that really says everything about just how big a moment this christening is for the country.
Prince George's christening will be conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, and the baby will wear a replica of the christening gown made for Queen Victoria's eldest daughter in 1841. The Queen is also expected to pose in a highly anticipated photo capturing all three future monarchs: her son Charles, Prince of Wales, her grandson William, and of course, great-grandson George.
It's the first time a picture of this kind has been taken for more than 100 years. And to have 4 generations of the royal family and the Queen and 3 kings in waiting is a pretty special thing.
And as a betting nation, the bets are already on who will take that all too important role of being godfather and godmother to little George. In the lead, of course, Uncle Harry and Auntie Pippa, but members of the royal family usually get about 6 godparents, so there's still room for more, and all those details will be revealed closer to the christening. Bianna and Dan, back to you.
The other detail, of course, is what is Kate going to wear? She always looks fabulous anyway. All right, Lama, thank you.
Ron and I have been taking bets on that for weeks
for
now.
What she's going to wear?
Ron's going with lavender, I thought.
Yeah.
Lavender, what do you think?
Polka dots, maybe?
Yes, well, I don't want to reveal it now. Give away the